Hey guys, I'm Prashant Singh and you're watching Tech A to Z. And few days ago, I gave you the unboxing and setup of Shylock ring light. So today I'm going to give you the review. Actually, this video was recorded few weeks after that unboxing video, and for some unfortunate reasons, I couldn't edit the video. So today I'm giving you the video. Enjoy. Alright guys, so now I'm indoors and I'm going to test this light. Right now the light that is illuminating me is a 50 watt light. It's a 50 watt LED bulb. It's a light stand and umbrella setting, and it's placed behind the camera. Camera is approximately 3 feet away from me and light is behind the camera. By the way, I'm recording at 800 ISO right now because I'm using wide lens, and it's a stock lens they give you with the Canon camera. Its widest aperture is f4. By the way, I'm going to test it with these two adapters. This one is 5 watt adapter, 5 volt 1 ampere, and this one is 10 watt adapter, so it's 5 volt and 2 ampere, and this power bank too. And here's the process. I'm going to turn off that light and the camera settings will be the same. You will see how much darkness there is in this room, and there's a small bulb lighting up over there, so there will be some light, but you know, it will be very dark. I don't think you can see anything on your screen when I'll turn off that big light. Then I'll turn on this light and you will see how much light it's giving. Alright, so now you can see completely dark, and I'm going to turn on this light. Alright, so this is the maximum brightness. So as you can see, it's not very much. A big benefit of these lights is you can put it closer to the camera, closer to your face, basically whatever you're filming, because that big umbrella light I was using before, I cannot place that in front of camera or besides the camera because that's very big, it will be in the frame. But you can put this ring light in front of cameras, so around the lens basically, so you can put it closer, but still it's very dim light, so you cannot use it as single light for filming. Now let's change the color temperature. So there are 3 color temperatures. So this is the warmest basically, this is kind of natural light you can see, and this is the coolest, white complete. You can see there's a lot of blue in the frame, and again this is the warmest. So let's see how close I can put this light. Okay, so this is natural color temperature, and you can see if I'm very close to the camera, because this is 18mm lens and it's very wide, so I can get quite close to the camera, and as you can see now I'm 1 feet away from the camera. And by the way, settings are 1/50th of shutter speed, 25 frames per second, f4 aperture, and ISO is 800. Now I'm going to use 10 watt charger, 10 watt adapter basically. So let's see how much difference it's making. By the way, I'm hunching over a bit because I can't stand here, there will be completely dark. So okay, so this is 10 watt, and you can see instantly the light is way brighter than 5 watt. Here's problem, you don't get any of these specifications on the box that how much watt it needs, how much power it needs, so you have to kind of figure it out. And don't use like quick charge 4.0 or 3.0 chargers on it, because I don't know, I don't think it can handle very high power. So I'm going to test it with the Mi power bank, so let's see how that performs. Alright, as you can see, power bank's lights are blinking. I plugged this into power bank, and this blue light on the buttons that are for the control of this light is also on. So now I'm going to press the red button, which is on off button. Now you can see it's almost giving the same light as it was giving on 10 watt charger. So I think, yeah, it's maximum brightness, it's not going up. So I think it draws maximum of 10 to 12 watt of power, not more than that, because this is a fast charge. This power bank has fast charging. It can give more power, it can provide more power, but it's not drawing more than what it was drawing from 10 watt charger, 10 watt adapter. So I think this is the maximum power this light can give. You can see now I'm at the same distance when I was recording with the big umbrella light turned on, 50 watt light. But this light is approximately 3 feet closer than that light. Now let's turn on the big light. There we go. Let's turn this light off. Yep. Alright, so let me test it as a fill light. So I placed it on that side, and the key light, the 50 watt umbrella light that I'm using, that I was recording with primarily, that it's at that side. So now let me test it as fill light. Here we go. So normally it's at natural color temperature. Let me turn it to white because that light is quite white. Okay, so there you go. So now you can see this light. Let me take it closer, this much distance. So now it's approximately 2 feet away, probably a bit less, not more. Now I'm going to turn this off. Let's see how much it affects. Okay, as you can see, so it can work as fill light, but I don't know, you can get better lights, better fill lights at this price. And I'll suggest you to buy a separate stand and separate light, because the stand they provided with this is quite flimsy. Alright, so now I've mounted 50mm lens on the cameras, so you can see all the features changed. That's what 50mm lenses do. I mean, there's a difference between wider and longer lenses. That's for another day. So now let's test this light on this lens, because now I have to lower the ISO. Earlier it was 800, now it's 200, and now I can put my big umbrella light in front of the camera because this is longer lens and it's not going to take that in the frame. So my that light, that big umbrella light, 50 watt light, is 2 feet away from the camera towards my side, and I am 2 feet away from the light. Now here's problem: when you are recording with wider angle lenses, you can't put umbrella lights besides camera or in front of the camera, but you can put this light in front of the camera. But it's not that different with 50mm or longer lenses, because you can put big umbrella light in front of the camera. So now basically this light is at the same distance as umbrella light, so of course it's going to give way less power. And if I turn this on while umbrella light is on, this is the performance, color temperature, search in. Okay, so this is natural color temperature. Now let's turn off this light, ring light, and turn off this umbrella light. Okay, as you can see, it's quite dark, you can hardly see my face. And now I turn this on, this light on. This is natural, this is white, this is yellowish, kind of warmest color temperature, and this is natural. And if I come closer, you can see the performance from here. Now I'm approximately 2 feet away from the camera. You can only see my face. If I come here, I'm now approximately 4 feet from the camera, and you can see the performance now. So at 800 ISO you can get the usable video. As you can see, it's quite usable. But there will be a lot of noise. So you can see this was testing with 50mm lens, and I'm probably stretching this testing and review way too much. But again, the last thing I want to test is with smartphone, because some people will want to see the performance with smartphone. And if I'm testing it, let's test it completely. Alright, so now I'm going to test it with the smartphone. By the way, some people will ask that does it work with, but can you power it by smartphone? Yes, if you can get the OTG cable, which plugs into your smartphone's charging port, whether it's micro B or type C, and it will give you access to a full-size USB type A port, so you can plug this light in that and it works. Let's put it here. Okay, I'm going to record it in 180p 30 frames per second. Okay, so as you can see, my smartphone is recording now, and now I'm going to turn that big light off and turn this on. As you can see, the smartphone has exposed, but there will be a lot of noise because a smartphone would have bumped the ISO a lot. I'm going to turn on this light now. Okay, as you can see, it's on. Now you can see the camera's exposure and smartphone's exposure, and smartphone's video will look better and brighter because it had bumped the ISO a lot. So as I can see in these videos, it's usable with smartphone. If you have good quality smartphone, like mid-range smartphone, not very cheap ones, you can use it with your smartphone. So I guess it's a bit useful. Alright guys, so this was the unboxing, test and review of this Shylock ring light. And again, it's listed at 18-inch ring light, but in actuality it's 10-inch ring light. And here's my final thoughts on this. First of all, you can't just lie about it. You can't just lie about a product and list it as something else and ship something else. and they didn't even try to hide it in the packaging and stuff. It was on the box that it's 10-inch light. I don't know why my light is flickering a bit, probably it's electricity problem. But again, on coming at the product, you get this smartphone mount with this. It's not very easy to take out from this light once you put it in. And again, it's not very strong, especially this wire, this bendy thing is not very bendy. It's quite stiff, and at times it feels like you will break it when you are bending it to get your smartphone straight at you. Now coming to this light, it's again very small, not very bright light. You can use it as a fill light kind of, but you know, it's not very ideal for even fill light. And if you'll ask me what it's ideal for smartphone users. If you want to take selfies and stuff at night, again, you don't want to spend 1100 rupees for selfies. And you can record videos with your smartphone using this light. There will be some noise, but again, you can use this light to record videos with your smartphone. But again, you can't stand very far from it, so your smartphone, you have to be close. If you record videos where you sit close to the smartphone, where half of your body is visible, less than half, but you know, you can't use it to record videos where you are standing up far from a smartphone. So this is the ideal use for this light. And again, this stand they provide with it, it's not very strong stand, it's very light, not flimsy, I'll not say flimsy, but it's not very solid stand. And again, these wirings and stuff this light has, these wires are also not very strong. You feel like if you'll tug them harder, they'll come off or something, they'll break away. The controls are nice, they're given the control at least. So this was the unboxing, testing and review of this Shylock ring light. I'm going to return it because the product listing was wrong. It was saying 18-inch light, gave me 10-inch light. So if you like this video, press the like button. If you disliked it, you can also press dislike button and tell me in the comment section why you disliked it, if you disliked it. And if you have any questions and stuff, you can drop it in the comment section. So I hope you'll meet in next video. Till then, best of luck.